When approaching a railroad crossing with no warning devices and limited visibility, what should a Mississippi driver do first? A. Speed up to cross quickly. B. Stop within 50 feet of the tracks. C. Slow down, look both ways, and be prepared to stop. D. Honk to warn the train operator. Answer: C. Mississippi law requires drivers to use caution when approaching railroad crossings, especially those without signals. Drivers must slow down, look, and listen before crossing. Stopping is not always mandatory, but being prepared to stop prevents collisions with unexpected trains. What is the minimum following distance Mississippi recommends under normal driving conditions? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. 5 seconds. Answer: C. Mississippi encourages drivers to use the 3-second rule to maintain safe following distance. This buffer allows time to react to sudden stops or hazards, reducing rear-end collisions. Longer distances are needed in rain, fog, or heavy traffic. If a Mississippi driver is caught littering from their vehicle, what is the possible penalty? A. A $50 fine only. B. A $250 fine and possible community service. C. A warning ticket with no fine. D. Suspension of license for 1 month. Answer: B. Mississippi has strict anti-littering laws. Throwing trash from a vehicle can lead to fines of up to $250 and may include community service. This rule protects highways, prevents wildlife hazards, and keeps the environment clean. What is the legal blood alcohol concentration, BAC, limit for drivers over 21 in Mississippi? A. 0.02%. B. 0.05%. C. 0.08%. D. 0.1%. Answer: C. For drivers 21 and older, Mississippi law sets the legal BAC limit at 0.08%. Driving at or above this level is considered DUI. For commercial drivers, the limit is lower, 0.04%, and for drivers under 21, it is stricter at 0.02%. In Mississippi, when must headlights be turned on? A. From sunset to sunrise only. B. Any time visibility is less than 500 feet. C. Only on rural roads at night. D. Only when using windshield wipers. Answer: B. Mississippi requires headlights from sunset to sunrise and when visibility is less than 500 feet. They should also be used in adverse conditions such as rain, fog, or snow. Proper lighting helps prevent accidents. If you are driving on a 2-lane road in Mississippi and a school bus stops with red lights flashing, you must: A. Continue driving carefully if no children are visible. B. Stop only if you are behind the bus. C. Stop regardless of direction of travel. D. Slow down but do not stop. Answer: C. Mississippi law requires all drivers in both directions to stop when a school bus has flashing red lights and the stop arm extended. The only exception is if the roadway is divided by a median barrier. When should Mississippi drivers use their turn signal before making a turn? A. At least 50 feet before the turn. B. At least 75 feet before the turn. C. At least 100 feet before the turn. D. Only when traffic is present. Answer: C. Mississippi requires turn signals to be used at least 100 feet before turning. This alerts other drivers and pedestrians, reducing confusion and collisions. What does a flashing yellow arrow mean at a Mississippi intersection? A. Stop before turning. B. Turn left only when no one is around. C. Left turns are permitted, but yield to traffic and pedestrians. D. Left turns are not allowed. Answer: C. A flashing yellow arrow indicates that left turns are allowed but not protected. Drivers must yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians before completing the turn safely. If you are driving in Mississippi and your tire blows out, what should you do first? A. Slam the brakes immediately. B. Steer straight and slow down gradually. C. Accelerate to keep control. D. Turn sharply toward the shoulder. Answer, B. The correct response to a blowout is to hold the wheel firmly, steer straight, and slow gradually without braking hard. Abrupt braking can cause loss of control. When parallel parking in Mississippi, your vehicle's wheels must be within how many inches of the curb? A. 6 inches. B. 12 inches. C. 18 inches. D. 24 inches. Answer, B. Mississippi law requires vehicles to be parked within 12 inches of the curb. This ensures that the vehicle does not block traffic while still being close enough to avoid hazards. What should Mississippi drivers do when approaching a four-way stop? A. The vehicle to the right goes first if two vehicles arrive together. B. The largest vehicle has the right of way. C. The fastest vehicle should proceed first. D. Whoever flashes headlights goes first. Answer, A. At four-way stops, Mississippi law states that the vehicle on the right has the right of way when two arrive at the same time. Otherwise, vehicles proceed in order of arrival. Which situation requires using high-beam headlights in Mississippi? A. Driving in heavy fog. B. Driving on open country roads with no traffic. C. Driving in rain at night. D. Following another vehicle closely. Answer, B. High-beam headlights are for open, rural, or dark roads without nearby vehicles. They improve long-distance visibility but should be dimmed when another vehicle is within 500 feet ahead or 200 feet behind. In Mississippi, if you are involved in a minor accident with no injuries, what is the first step? A. Leave the scene to avoid blocking traffic. B. Call a tow truck immediately. C. Move vehicles out of traffic if possible. D. Wait until police arrive before moving vehicles. Answer, C. Mississippi law allows drivers to move vehicles off the roadway after minor crashes without injuries to prevent traffic obstruction. Exchange information and report the accident if necessary. When must a Mississippi driver yield to pedestrians? A. Only at marked crosswalks. B. At both marked and unmarked crosswalks. C. Only when crossing with a green signal. D. Only during school hours. Answer, B. Drivers must yield at all crosswalks, marked or unmarked, whenever pedestrians are lawfully crossing. Yielding prevents pedestrian accidents and complies with state traffic laws. If a driver refuses a chemical test under Mississippi's implied consent law, what happens? A. A $50 fine only. B. License suspension for 90 days or longer. C. No penalty unless convicted of DUI. D. Community service only. Answer, B. Under Mississippi's implied consent law, refusal to take a chemical test results in automatic license suspension for at least 90 days. This is separate from DUI penalties. What is the maximum speed limit on rural interstates in Mississippi unless otherwise posted? A. 65 miles per hour. B. 70 miles per hour. C. 75 miles per hour. D. 80 miles per hour. Answer, B. The standard speed limit on Mississippi rural interstates is 70 miles per hour, unless signs indicate otherwise. Speeding beyond this limit increases crash risk and penalties. What is the penalty for a first-time DUI offense in Mississippi? A. License suspension for 90 days, fines, and possible jail. B. Community service only. C. Lifetime license revocation. D. No penalty if under 0.1% BAC. Answer, A. A first DUI offense in Mississippi can lead to license suspension for 90 days, fines up to $1,000, and possible jail time. Penalties escalate for repeat offenses. When are U-turns prohibited in Mississippi? A. In residential areas. B. On curves or hills with limited visibility. C. In parking lots. D. At intersections with traffic lights. Answer, B. U-turns are illegal on curves or hills where visibility is less than 500 feet. They are also prohibited where signs indicate. Safe U-turns require clear visibility. If a Mississippi driver approaches a stopped emergency vehicle with flashing lights, they must A. Continue at the same speed. B. Move over or slow down. C. Stop completely in all cases. D. Honk before passing. Answer, B. Mississippi's move-over law requires drivers to either move into another lane or slow down significantly when passing stopped emergency vehicles. This protects first responders. What does a double solid yellow line mean in Mississippi? A. Passing is allowed in both directions. B. Passing is not allowed in either direction. C. Passing is allowed only for trucks. D. Passing allowed during daylight hours only. Answer, B. A double solid yellow line means no passing from either direction. Crossing it is illegal, except when turning left into a driveway or side road. If driving in Mississippi fog, what lights should you use? A. High beams. B. Parking lights only. C. Low beams. D. Hazard lights only. Answer, C. Low beams are best for foggy conditions because high beams reflect back and reduce visibility. Hazard lights should be used only if stopped, not while driving. How far must Mississippi drivers stop from a railroad crossing when a train is approaching? A. At least 5 feet. B. Between 15 and 50 feet. C. At least 100 feet. D. Exactly 25 feet. Answer, B. Drivers must stop 15 to 50 feet from railroad tracks when a train is approaching. This ensures safety while allowing space for train passage. What should Mississippi drivers do if their brakes fail while driving downhill? A. Turn off the ignition immediately. B. Pump the brakes and shift to a lower gear. C. Accelerate to reach a flat area quickly. D. Use the parking brake only. Answer, B. Pumping the brakes and shifting to lower gear helps slow the vehicle. If still uncontrolled, the parking brake may be used gradually, not abruptly. When may a Mississippi driver legally park on a highway bridge? A. Only if no signs prohibit it. B. If the driver activates hazard lights. C. Never. D. Only during daylight. Answer, C. Parking on a bridge, tunnel, or overpass is always illegal in Mississippi due to safety and visibility risks. Stopping is allowed only for emergencies. What should Mississippi drivers do when entering an interstate highway? A. Stop at the ramp and wait for a gap. B. Enter quickly and match the speed of traffic. C. Enter at any speed, regardless of traffic. D. Slow down to let traffic merge around you. Answer, B. Drivers should use the acceleration lane to match the speed of interstate traffic and merge smoothly. Stopping on the ramp is dangerous and causes collisions.